world is a weird and wonderful place, and there are some pretty unusual humans walking around it. From the biggest boobs to the smallest waist, these incredible people will blow your mind. What a stretch! Miss Myra must have trouble finding jumpers that fit. This German lady has the biggest fake boobs in the world at a bra size of 32Z. Each breast weighs 9 kilos and holds 10 liters of saline, but she still wants to go bigger.
Well, she has a 164 XXX chest. She's Chelsea Charms, and she claims that she has the world's biggest breasts. And Chelsea, along with Itsy and Bitsy, join us now. And last, we've been waiting all morning to talk to you, and here you are. If you are to walk through the supermarket today, and you wondered how heavy Chelsea's boobs are, then this is what you do.
Not sure there's a surgeon in the world who can alter those melons again. Natural charms. Annie Hawkins Turner is burdened with the world's biggest boobage and goes by the stage name Norma States. Unlike Miss Myra, Annie's size 48V assets are entirely natural and not always a blessing, as she is often taunted by strangers.
True. Every day of my life, when I get up and get ready to leave out my house, I don't know what my day is going to be like. I don't know who's going to attack me or what's going to happen. But I know that once I leave out of my comfort zone, my house, that I know that people are going to point and make fun of me, and that's been all of my life.
She holds the Guinness World Record for largest natural breasts. Popping out. Kim Goodman, a Chicago resident, has the most eye-popping talent on the planet. She is able to pop out her eye sockets by 12 millimeters. After a blow to the head from a hockey stick, she discovered this is what happens when she yawns, and she can now do this on cue.
Hi, I'm the eye popper. I have the world record for the furthest eye pop in the Guinness Book of World Records. They measure how far they come out. It was 11 millimeters and it popped out to where I had to push it back in. Just messing around at home in the mirror, I taught myself how to do it.
She holds the world record for the furthest eyeball protrusion. She even appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman. Imagine bumping into her in the middle of the night. Longest nose. Mehmet Özürek, a Turkish citizen, has been confirmed as having the world's longest nose recorded. His nose measured 8.8 centimeters when it was last measured on 18 March 2010. He holds the Guinness World Record for the longest nose on a living person. He lived in Artvin, Turkey until his death in 2017. Magneto. Bet this guy never loses his keys. Bosnian Muhibija Buljubasi has such magnetic force that metal objects stick to him. He can also attach plastic gadgets such as mobile phones to his body. Handy. Monkey Man. With 96% of his body covered in furs, Yu Zhenshuan of China is officially the hairiest man in the world. The furry fellow, known as Monkey Man, has made quite a living out of his unusual look, now starring in Little Hairy Boy's Treasure Adventure. But he is now hoping to have surgery. Vampire Lady. Pretty Mexican Maria Jose Cristana gave herself a scary look with tattoos, metal horns in her head, and permanent fangs.
Mexican lawyer Maria Jose Cristana, a little bit of artwork was the perfect way of celebrating her divorce. A small, subtle bit of artwork. She's been dubbed Mexico's Vampire Woman, a nickname which started as a biting insult, but which she's taken to heart.
Amazingly, this vampire vamp is a lawyer and devotes her time to helping domestic violence victims, where she scares the pants off the attackers too. Wasting away. Michelle Kopke Hobbs may have overdone the corset training to get the smallest waist in the world. Her 25-inch waist has now shrunk to 21 inches. With corset in place, she can get right down to 16 inches. What happens to her internal organs is anyone's guess. Best foot forward. Chinese lass Wong Feng was born with her feet facing backwards. but she doesn't let it hold her back. She refuses to register as disabled and works as a waitress in a busy restaurant in Chongqing, China. Rocking eye tattoo. This scary-looking individual has tattooed his right eyeball, but that's not even the worst thing he's done. Jason Barnum is currently serving 22 years for burglary and shooting at a policeman. On the lash. When Valery smugly flutters his eyelashes, it causes quite a breeze. The Ukrainian, whose enviable lashes measure 3 inches, thinks they are the longest in the world and puts them down to a secret diet. He could make a fortune if he revealed it. Widest grin. Francisco Domingo Joaquim, an Angolan citizen, has the world's largest mouth.
One talent stood out for his unique abilities. He was Francisco Domingo Joaquim. And don't worry, if you find his name a bit of a mouthful, you can call him Chiquinho. He holds the Guinness World Record certificate for, yes you guessed it, the world's widest mouth. This jaw-dropping talent from Sambizanga in Angola was discovered by Guinness World Records researchers while scouring YouTube for new talent. After a 2-year hunt, we finally tracked him down to a marketplace in his hometown.
Measuring over 6.5 inches across, Joaquim's mouth is so wide that he can fit an entire 330ml can of soda in his mouth, sideways. That's according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Nicknamed the Angolan Jaw of Awe in his home country, Joaquim has his genetics to thank for this unusual gift. It was believed that he suffered from a connective tissue disorder, which gave him the capability to have such a grin. Weird or simply wonderful, it's left for you to decide. Tall as a pole. At 8 feet and 1 inch, Sultan Kozin, a Turkish citizen, is the tallest man in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records.
Son 12 aydır ben de yani çok sayıda ülkelere gittim. Kuba'ya gittim, Amsterdam'a gittim, yani Japonya'ya gittim, çok sayıda ülkeler gittim. Ama daha da devam ediyordu. Ne yazık ki başıma bir olay geldi. İşte bu bacağım kırıldı bir kaza nedeniyle. Ondan bir sene evde çıkamadım. Ayağım sabah evden çıkarken yağmur yağıyordu. Merdivenler de çok kaygan olduğu için ben de kaydım o arada.
Cozin's growth resulted from the condition acromegaly, caused by a tumor affecting his pituitary gland. Due to his condition, he uses crutches to walk. Born to a Kurdish family in the southern Turkish city, Mardin, he is the 7th tallest man in history. On 13 November 2014, as part of Guinness World Records Day, Kozin met for the first time the world's shortest man ever, Chandra Bahadur Dangi, at an event in London. Creepy fingernails. Lee Redmond, a US citizen, holds the world record for the longest fingernails on a living person. Lee started to grow them in 1979 and carefully manicured them to reach a total length of 8.65 meters.
A personal challenge that became a 30-year habit, but very nearly ended in tragedy. Lee Redmond speaking for the first time after losing her fingernails, which had grown to nearly 9 meters in length after a car accident.
As measured on the set of Lo Show de Record in Madrid, Spain in 2008. Unfortunately, Lee lost her amazing fingernails in an automobile accident in early 2009. Who used to wipe her butt? God knows. Short beauty. The shortest woman living is Jyoti Amge, an Indian citizen who was born on 6 December 1993. She measured a height of only 62.8 centimeters.
Say hi.
Baby, hi.
9 months, 26 years. Ready?
Yes.
Jyoti Amge is the smallest woman in the world.
What size are you, hon?
3 months.
Jyoti Amge was measured at the Wokhart Super Specialty Hospital in Nagpur, India, on her 18th birthday, making her eligible to take over this record from the former shortest woman, Bridget Jordan. Jyoti said getting this record has made her feel better about herself. Super Granny. The greatest fully authenticated age to which any human has ever lived is 122 years and 164 days. This record is held by Jean-Louise Calment from France, who was born on 21st February 1875, and lived gracefully until her death on August 4, 1997. She was born on 21st February 1875, around 14 years before the Eiffel Tower was constructed and 15 years before the advent of movies. Her marriage to a wealthy distant cousin in 1896 meant that Jean didn't have to work for a living. That may have played a part in her extraordinary longevity. Halfie Haight. Carlos Halfie Rodriguez, who also goes by the name Sosa, lost a large portion of his brain and skull in a crash after flying through his car's windscreen and landing headfirst on the road.
How did this shit happen to you?
I was barred out on drugs, and I was driving, and I hit a pole, and I flew out the front window and landed on my head.
Damn, show everybody what happened. God damn, that's crazy though.
And this is how you got boys come out. That's why it's no good. Drinking and driving, or drugness and driving, no good, kids.
Doctors were forced to cut away large amount of flesh and bone to help him survive, and he has since been able to continue his life in Miami, Florida. However, just recently, Carlos Rodriguez has been charged for arson and attempted murder after allegedly setting his mattress on fire. Say no to drugs, guys. Which of these people sends shivers through your spine? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.